So hi guys, it's Jack. So yeah, after like all of this corona time and stuff, like it's time for me to kind of wrap up everything and what happened, and I really want to make a video about like how can we travel right now with this situation. Like it's quite hard now because like the situation, there is a lot of restriction of traveling, and pretty much like the situation is super unstable because like we just don't know exactly like what kind of like country is available, from what country you can travel to which country. I mean, it's like completely fucked up, the situation. It's really hard to plan anything. Like they can reopen the borders and like just afterwards they can close it again, so it's pretty hard to travel right now. It's not like the best circumstances to travel. I mean, I don't know, like I would say that so far like I'm going to share with you like all official informations that are available, so you will have like a lot of link down the video. And I really want you to be smart when it comes to travel right now. Like it's not like it's impossible, like there's still hopes, like, and I'm going to talk about it. Like for example, you have like the EU trying to reopen the borders like within the EU, but also they are planning to do it like with some countries that are outside the EU. So there is a link about an article that I found like 2 days ago. I mean, the European Commission is really trying to get like new countries on free access, so to speak. Like they just like getting like the authorization to travel there, but it's not really easy because so far there hasn't been able to manage to make a list of those countries. And actually like what is a little bit disappointing is like most of those countries are actually in the EU. I mean, within very close to the border of the EU, but there are some discussion about countries that are a little bit like more further, like I don't know, I would say maybe Georgia or Azerbaijan and countries like this. I don't know if they are really officially on the list, but there are some talks about it so far, so let's just wait and see. I cannot tell you more about it. What I can tell you is that so far you have like the official website that are actually talking about like, oh my god, there's so much wind, I'm not sure you're going to hear me well. So yeah, I'm recommending you to stick to like the official guidance that is on those official websites from the government, because they are officials. And yeah, just not stick to speculation and stuff, because like I don't think that this is what is needed so far. Or like if you need, for example, to know like if you can go to Bulgaria and everything, and what are like the hygiene regulation there, like you can find those information on the European Commission website. So I would say that in general, like traveling within the EU is like a little bit more safe, because like it's a little bit easier to regulate. And also like there is like another topic that is quite important, is like for all the people that actually got like a transport ticket, whatever, which is train or airplane or anything within the EU. At least the European Commission is quite encouraging the companies to actually push the vouchers solution for the people who got their flight cancelled and their ticket cancelled. But just know that it's in your right to actually get refund, and that after that like you will get a refund. Like they just want you to be sure you're going to choose the voucher, but there is nothing that prevents them to refuse you to get like a reimbursement of your ticket in cash, in money. So for example, you know, you're not going to travel, like you renounced, you gave up on the idea of traveling this year, and you know that you're not going to get like a ticket with this company within like 12 months. Like just know that you have the right to ask them a reimbursement, like even if your voucher hasn't been redeemed or anything. I mean, you have the right to to not redeem your voucher and to ask for money after that. Like I'm going to link you the link where the information are written. Now I'm going to talk like a little bit about my experience so far, because like I've traveled like after the 15th of June, where like most of the border in the EU got reopened. And so to speak, like there were no borders control at all. Like they were saying there were nothing at all. It was just like before, just like in the transport you need to wear a mask, like airplane you need to wear a mask in in the trains. Like I use a train to go to Warsaw, so yeah, I needed to, of course, like people were having a mask, but of course, like I was sitting next to someone I didn't know, so there is not much social distancing on this point of view. Like it's hard to respect that, to be honest, but as long as people wear masks, mostly at least like 90% of the train were wearing masks, maybe even more, so it was okay. Like I wasn't feeling like unsafe or whatever. Yeah, but there is no food also, so that's that's something to know before you're traveling. There is no food anymore in the to limitate like the risk of infection. Like there is no food anymore to reduce the contact with other people. So yeah, just plan to have food in the train because I was just like starving yesterday. I forgot about it, but like I was supposed to have food in advance, but the thing was I was running a little bit late, and I needed to take a taxi and everything because like my S-Bahn from Berlin was not working somehow, and I was about to miss my train, and I was panicking. I actually dropped my mask, so I had to use like my t-shirt to be in the train. I mean, it's not like I would have been refused to get in, but I didn't want to have like an irresponsible behavior while traveling, because the point of this video is just asking you to stay responsible, and if you want to travel, it's your responsibility to do it. Like you are on the right to do it, but please like just mind the fact that we are not like in an easy situation, and just like breaking the rules would not make it easier in the future. So please wear a mask. That's for sure. For the 1st of July there should be like new countries that will be available to travel, so maybe like let's have some hopes, and in the midsummer maybe there will be like new countries we can travel to, and they will be like quite far away, but I'm not sure. And plus, like, also always consider the risk that, I mean, if you're going there you may not go back. That's something that can happen too, because sometimes some countries accept some travelers, but they cannot return without having to do a quarantine when they come back on their territory. So yeah, it happens. For example, if I want to go to Ukraine right now, I'm not sure 100%, but I believe that I can go to Ukraine, but I cannot go back without doing quarantine. Yeah, I mean, but I don't want to spread fake information and stuff like that. So I know that there are specific examples like this, but I just don't know which exactly. But yeah, otherwise I'm just asking you to remain safe. I hope I said like pretty much everything I wanted to say. You can travel, that's the main message, that there is hope. Like you can travel, especially if you're from the EU, you can find like some countries you can go to. There is absolutely no problem. Maybe like airplanes are going to be like not the most safe and stable means of transport, but trains was okay for me yesterday. It wasn't that expensive. I paid maybe like 80 euro for going back and forth, and it was on time. So that's the most important thing, I think. I am in Warsaw. As you can see, like there is this new tower behind me here. That's pretty cool actually. I like this tower. I don't know how is it going to look like exactly. I think that they're going to be like a big TV tower on top of it, but yeah, I think it's going to be like the biggest tower of Warsaw. I'm not going to vlog specific Warsaw vlog or whatever because I already did it last year. If you want to see the vlog, you can see it somewhere here or here, I don't know. Stay safe, and just don't forget as well, like what I'm saying right now is probably not going to be like valid in 2 weeks. I think that right now it was pretty much important for me to ask for you to remain responsible in any case. So have a great day, and I hope you to have like safe travel in the EU or maybe outside of the EU. Let's stay positive. Tak. Ciao.